what kind of day it is. I'd like to first of all thank all those who participated in my 50th anniversary of priesthood. I know most of you couldn't do that, but I do thank you, at least for your prayers. We had a wonderful time. I told the people in Cuba, I said that during the Mass, during the party, I felt like I was 40 years old. But then after the party, I went home, and I felt like I was 41. I really was very tired afterwards. But during the Mass and the party, I didn't feel my youth too much. So all in all, it was a wonderful time. I thank all of you who participated and those who gave prayers. The gospel today has many important points in the gospel today. I'd just like to mention maybe three of them. If I mention any more, my talk will be very long, so I really wouldn't want that. Speaking about talk, I just thought of it now. When I was a young priest, I prepared my sermon for about 7 or 8 hours. I really prepared. I went to this rather large church in Tucson, Massachusetts, and I gave my talk. I planned to speak about 15 minutes, and my talk was over 4 minutes. I was so nervous, and I apologized to the pastor after the talk. I said, "I'm sorry, Father, I prepared, my talk was so short." He said a very interesting thing to me. He said, "Father, never worry about how short your sermon is. I never heard any Christian complain about a short sermon." It was an enlightenment for me. But the gospel today, as I said, there's three major points in the gospel today. The first is we have to have tolerance towards other religions. And Jesus makes that very clear in the gospel today. That doesn't mean we have to accept other religions' teachings or anything, but to tolerate them, especially the people who hold to those beliefs. And some of those beliefs of us can be very, very strange. And then the disciples brought a man who was really feeling in Jesus' name, and they wanted Jesus to stop him. And Jesus says, no, I will not stop. I will not. What he is doing, whoever is with me cannot be against me. If he is speaking in my name, it's okay. It's okay. That's what Jesus is telling us. So all of us have to be very understanding and try in our own way to have tolerance for other religions. Sometimes I think it's a very difficult thing for me to do sometimes, have tolerance for certain religions. But sometimes Jesus calls us to have that tolerance. You know, I was thinking, Mother Teresa, when she was being interviewed on television, and she's a very interesting person, and she said, as the interviewer asked her, Mother Teresa, what do you think about other religions? And she said, that all religions are good. But she said, my religion, the Catholic faith, is the best. That answer was very enlightening for me. She acknowledged, yes, they're good, they're not bad. But she said, the religion I belong to, the faith that I have, is the best. And I certainly want to accept, and I'm sure all of you would say, we have the best. We have the best. We have the faith of Jesus Christ. So the second point, I think, Jesus mentioned about giving a cup of water in his name. And that cup of water, a cup of water is a very small thing. It's not a big thing.